poppin'? It is your boy Random, and this is the What's Popping podcast, where we cover all things pop culture with a particular flair for the subculture. But in this particular episode, what I want to talk about is the Dave Chappelle comedy special, Sticks and Stones. And I'm not going to even hold you. Look, right out the gate, I think it was a genius move. Now, I'm not saying, it's a bar for bar, laugh a minute every second type thing, but it was close to it. The genius was this. He was able to attack every single sacred cow out there. He dealt with or talked about Jussie Smollett. He talked about the LGBT community. He talked about the Michael Jackson documentary. He talked about R. Kelly. He talked about so many things. He talked about our society. He talked about the opium epidemic. He touched on everything, and he touched on it in such a way it was just genius. He talked about censorship, things you can say, things you can't say, and he ended up saying it anyway. He's talking about, censorship says, you can't say the derogatory F word to people who practice an alternative lifestyle. But he said, hey, you know what? I can say the N word. And why can't I say the F word? And they said, well, because you're not an F. And so he says, wait a minute, I'm not an N either. Just genius, a genius rebuttal. Genius. He talked about being, coming from humble beginnings, and, obviously he's, pretty wealthy now and stuff like that. And he just bounced back and forth. He dealt with a heckler in the crowd. He got off script and was able to get right back on script and didn't skip a beat. This the way he weaves his lines, the way he weaves his setups, how he talks about everything. I remember after each set of jokes, I was just like, genius. What a genius way of approaching it. What a genius way of approaching it. Just like when, he purposely mispronounces Jussie Smollett's name, and it had everybody for a couple seconds. And then as he started getting into more details, people quickly realized whom he was talking to. And it was just genius the way it just kept it funny the entire time. So he let all of us know he was definitely paying attention to everything that was going on. He dealt with the guys who did a documentary and the Michael Jackson accusers and everything like this. His opinions are strong, but he puts them in such a colorful way. And just the way he delivered it was it's just amazing. It's just amazing. What can I say? Just the way he delivered, and it's gotten so many people talking, so many talking heads going on right now. Some people's heads are exploding with the way he delivered his comedy. And he's right. He even dealt with society, with how they want to censor everything and ban everything, and he should be taken off and all this, just because some of the things that we say. We always have this whole mantra of, freedom of speech, but not really. I don't remember who said it before, but someone said, you have freedom of speech, but watch what you say. And that can be really dangerous for a comedian in some respects, especially if they start to get censored, and banned for the things that they say. He dealt with Kevin Hart. He touched on every topic, and he did it in such a genius way. He really does. Nobody and no one was off limits. Nobody. And I just think we come to a time where everyone is really ultra sensitive, and you just can't say anything bad about anyone. And one thing you don't want to do is put handcuffs on comedians, because they're going to rebel. All right. For the most part. Now, some of them, they may sell out and go ahead and censor themselves and, toe the line and go along to get along. But then you're going to have some of those few comedians out there who just says, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I remember Dave Chappelle being one of those comedians who was talking to Oprah, and he was like, why does Hollywood want every black man to put on a dress? And he was giving examples and stuff like that. He just said, I don't need to put on a dress to be funny. And he totally refused. It was just pressure and pressure and pressure to try to get to put on a dress, and he didn't. And I salute him for not doing that. I do. I salute him for not doing it. But wow, it's amazing. It's amazing. Sticks and Stones, Dave Chappelle, the way he did it, the way he weaved his, the way he weaves his joke, the way he went through it, I have to say it was absolutely amazing. Amazing how he did it, the way he talked about things. Now, don't get me wrong, he was funny. He was funny. He was definitely funny. But I'm just talking about the technical aspects of he put on a masterclass. He put on an absolute masterclass. So, with that being said, if you have not seen Dave Chappelle's Netflix special, Sticks and Stone, I'm definitely going to recommend that you do so, because you are missing out. Give me your thoughts. You know my thoughts. So if you've seen it already, put your thoughts in the comment section down below. I want to hear what you got to say. So until next time, this is Random with What's Poppin', and I'll see you on the next one.